Good morning and welcome to St. Andrew's Morning Meditation, July 28th. In the wonders of Zoom world, we're going to go to screen share. We're going to go to a place that I found looking through the internet. We're going to ask for John
19:25.
John chapter 19, verse 25. And what this version of the Bible is, and it's going to be fun, because this is in the 1611 wording, Old English wording. So, Bill, if you will read that, please.
From the screen?
Yes, please.
Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother's sister, Mary the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus therefore
go ahead and read the second one.
When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple standing by, and whom he loved, and that would be John, by the way, he saith unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son.
So what I wanted to show is that this is the 1611 version, so that if you see up on top, it says Jesus has got an I instead of a J.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of that is pretty straight. But in chapter 26,
Mm-hmm.
it says, then Jesus with an I saw his mother, and love is with a U.
Mm-hmm.
And he, again, unto, it's a V.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the son has got an extra N.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that one. And then what we can do is we can go to the standard, go back down to 25. And here it is in the words that we know. So, Bill, I know that you this is one of your favorites, so would you care to comment about why it is, please?
Well, here is Jesus dying on the cross. Everyone has fled except these four women, his mother, Mary Magdalene, Mary's sister, and Mary, son of Cleophas, and John. And Jesus wants to make sure that his mother is cared for. So he says to John, Behold, thy mother. And from that hour, the disciple took her unto his own home. So he's taking care of things, knowing that he'll shortly be gone. Well, and then rise again. But two things about this. Jesus taking care of the future for his mother, but also all of these brave fisher folks, these men, the disciples, fled. They ran away. They didn't want to be part of this. The women, brave, resolute, basically ignoring the soldiers, were there because of their love and commitment to be there to the bitter end. And that has always inspired me about how much more brave and resolute women are than men. So for those two reasons, this is one of my favorite passages.
Great, thank you. So Sandy, what we're doing is we're looking at the 1611 original King James Version Bible in the original words. And then we're looking at the current with the new words. When we first started, what I asked Bill and Tina to do was to either have your favorite Bible verse or just go to the Bible and put your finger on a page and give me chapter and verse, and we'll talk about that. So I'm going to let you off the hook for a minute, Sandy, and I'm going to put Tina on the hook, and I'm going to ask her to give me I'm going to ask her to give me the book first.
Psalms.
So we're going to go to Psalms. Then I always have to stop and figure out where Psalms is. That's right there. Chapter.
91.
So I can zoom to chapter 91. And verse
11.
Verse 11 and 12. So now we are looking at in the original King James Version. And Tina, if you would read that, please.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
So then going to the standard. And if you will read this one, please.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Okay, and would you care to comment?
Sure. Well, the words are basically the same. It's the spelling that's different. That's interesting. It's kind of like reading Old English, which it is, really. Shakespeare spelling or Chaucer spelling. Or I hesitate to mention Chaucer with the Bible, but anyway. But that's, and the reason that I like these, well, Psalm 91 is my favorite psalm anyway, but these two verses just stand out because it makes it very personal to me that there are angels watching over all of us, but they're watching over me too, specifically. And having gotten in and out of canoes and kayaks, I have dashed my feet against stones many times. So I really like that image.
Okay. So Sandy, if I can put you on the spot and ask you for your favorite book.
Why don't we go to, let's go to Ruth.
Okay. And the chapter?
I can't answer that one. Pick one.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
4.
Okay. And the verse. Any 1 through 22.
11.
And that's just exactly what I wanted to be able to do today.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Scroll down to 11.
I know.
Oh, okay. There it
Okay.
is.
And with this one, what we're doing is looking at the new modern version of it. Can you see that, Sandy? Would
I
you
can.
Would you?
And all his people that were in the gate and the altar said, we are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and do you worthily in Ephraim, and be famous in Bethlehem. Ephraim. Wow. Yes. Okay.
So,
And now,
what? Oh, okay. So what I'm going to
Okay.
do now, we're doing this a little bit backwards because what I'm going to do now is go back to the old one.
Okay.
Ruth 4:11, right?
Yes.
And this is the, am I right when I say that?
No, I think the first one was you.
Okay. The
There
first
you
one
go.
is the old one.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a new one. So thank
Okay.
goodness for the marvels of electronics and technology. All right.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And all the people that were at the gate and the elders said, we are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that come into thine house like Rachel and Leah, which two did build the house of Israel. And thou do worthy of Ephraim and be famous in Bethlehem. And basically what I like about that is the fact that Ruth followed Naomi into her land and left her own land. And to think that she followed her mother-in-law and just took it on faith. And then, of course, her mother-in-law sent her, and she then became the wife of Boaz.
And therefore,
I thought that was all, I think that's one of my favorite stories in the Bible is Ruth, and Esther's the other one.
Mhm.
So, yes. What do you think?
I love it. Another strong woman who followed
Yeah.
faith and instincts and went against the sort of cultural expectations on faith, and not only survived but thrived.
Exactly. And interestingly enough, of course, her other daughter-in-law did return to her people.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So I want to thank you for your help in doing this hip pocket today.
I like it. I like it. It was interesting, especially comparing the old and the new.
Mhm.
And the spellings.
I know, isn't it interesting? Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of history, we've got a little bit of English, and we've got a lot of theology in today's meditation.
For
Thank you
sure.
all. Thank you all, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day and keep cool.
Oh, trying.